I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran has mentioned if this book was from other than God, we would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant. I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative as wholes.
The Quran tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified, and then he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is after all why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Peace of all your friends. Let us have some good time together. As you see, we have a title. Someone will open our Skype, so Muslims, if they like, they can join us and they can call. Before I start talk about the topic today, we saw in the news that Muslims are very upset because somebody did burn the Quran. And I don't know really what the Muslims are trying to prove to us, because if you wanted us to burn the Quran, we can burn it. I mean, because burning cars will stop us from burning the Quran. But for me, I believe that burning the Quran is not worth it. I mean, I need the Quran so I can laugh at the Quran. So I say, laugh at it, don't burn it, because we need it. However, I mean, when they do exaggerate with the violence and stupidity, you are encouraging people to do the opposite. You're being stupid. At the same time, I say that the government in Sweden are a stupid government. Just deport 10 of those people, you will see all of them will behave. Just deport them, send them back where they come home. You don't like this country? Go back home. But, stupid European countries, what we can say. And when I say stupid European countries, I mean your government, but you are stupid too to vote for such a government. Anyway, so today we go to our topic. But before we start, we have a Muslim text to me saying Muhammad is a true prophet. Let's call him. Hello? Hello? Yes, my friend, you're a Muslim?
Yes, I'm Muslim, and you always spread lies about everything to do with us. And you say Quran is fake book, but your book is full of stupidity too.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's focus one by one.
And also,
my friend, let's focus one by one. Let's focus one by one.
Why Jesus don't know? Jesus don't even know the hour.
Yeah, that's funny, my friend. That's really funny. So why Sheikh Imran? Why Sheikh Imran? He says that Jesus knew the hour. Do you know?
Do I care about who is this Sheikh Imran?
Okay, what about no Sheikh Osman? Sheikh Imran. He said this is what the Quran saying. He is the one who knows the hour. The Quran says that.
I just want to know what's going to happen when Allah casts you to the hellfire.
Okay, let's see what will happen. First of all, do your God Allah know the hour?
My God knows the hour. He don't have to tell you.
Well, can you read for me the chapter? Can you read for me the chapter of the moon, verse number 1?
You have it on screen?
Yeah, here we go.
Hold on. Sorry for you. You're just a monkey.
You can insult me as much as you want, but you will not be able to answer. People will laugh. Read. Do your God Allah know the hour?
I see be anti-what?
No, you will see. It's chapter of the moon. You can search it on your phone or your computer. Chapter 54, verse number 1.
Let me. I have to bring my own side because you put fake.
Yeah, I put fake. Muslim websites are fake, so I agree. What is the website you open? I can put it for your screen.
Now I see hour is draw near and moon is split.
So what Allah said?
Did he say when the hour is going to come, the moon is going to split?
And?
If they see a sign, they turn away and say, and insist in magic. They deny and follow their own desire, and every matter is setting appropriate.
So what will happen here? We have somebody, he claimed to be God, claiming that the sign of the judgment day is what? Is the moon splitting. Is that correct?
Yes, but there are many other signs.
No problem, but my friend, you got here, one by one. Do you speak Arabic? It says here, اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. اقتربت means it's almost there, very near, almost there. So, and your prophet, he says, Yushik Isa is almost coming down on you, almost coming here. Is that correct? So your prophet here was speaking about that judgment day will happen in his lifetime, and the sign of the judgment day starting is the moon splitting. How do you explain to us such a stupid thing?
A lot of people, the Christian, they try to say like, actually, okay, Muhammad, he said, there is a boy, he's going to get old, and then, but already it's been refuted.
My friend, we have a topic, please focus with me. How your God, he claimed that the sign of the judgment day is the split of the moon, and nothing happened.
Maybe that split not happened yet. Clearly not happened yet.
So the moon splitting did not happen yet?
Not the one for the hour.
So this one here, okay, so the one, okay, let's make it clear. The one in front of us is chapter 54, verse number 1. This is about something will happen in the future, not something happened already in the time of Muhammad.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, read it and give me your answer. I want an answer. Right.
Well, it looked like it says the hour draw near, so maybe he thought this to me looked like it's talking about current time. But we know that this is not like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You cannot decide like what is eternity, what is not eternity level. Quran and Muhammad, they don't have to tell how many years. It can be 500, 5,000 years. It's a small time to Allah. You understand?
So it's a small time for Allah. But as you see here, the moon split already. As what? As a sign of judgment day. It's a warning. So if it's going to be 10,000 years from now, so what's the point of the sign?
The point of probably maybe what it's trying to say is there will be some big cataclysm with the moon in the judgment time.
I will help you more. I will help you more.
So
I will help you more to understand what's happening. Do you see my screen now?
I still see chapter 5.
Okay, read with me this hadith. I will show you many of them, Let us see this one. Read this one for me. Can you read it?
Which one you saw? If this young boy lives, he may not grow very old till he would see the last hour coming to you. A master. Okay. So why you show me this? He will not grow very old.
Okay. So Muhammad, there's a group of people in front of him, and one of them is a young boy. He said to them, this boy, he will not grow old before the hour, which means the judgment day will come.
And where this hadith is?
This is Daif hadith.
Can you show me? Is it Daif? I don't even know if it's Daif.
It's Daif, I think. What do you think? Do you think this hadith is strong or Daif?
I think it's maybe it's Hassan.
It's Hassan. No.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is Sahih actually. This is Sahih Muslim. So what we will do now? So when you say to me,
Has Anas ever reported incorrect thing before?
Huh?
Has Anas ever reported incorrect thing before?
Anas, did he report any correct things before? Well, I don't think so. Because I believe all Muslims never report anything correct, including Muhammad. So don't ask me about how Muslims, if they are true witnesses or not, because I believe all of them lie to us about what their prophet do and what he said. But this is your problem, not my problem. So Sahih Muslim, and the hadith is so clear that this young boy, he will never grow old until the day of judgment will come. So let's say he will not become 40 years old, because haram, it can be even 30, say 30 something, 35. So before he becomes 35, 40, judgment day will come.
And why do you think Rasulullah tell that? Because if you say it's a lie, why he would lie?
Well, because he's a false prophet.
So he just trying to scare everybody to follow his word? It don't make sense.
Well, it does not make sense to make a prophecy. He do not know. No, he says by the time they will find out, he will be dead anyway. The child for sure he will live way more than Muhammad. I mean, Muhammad at that time is already in his 60 almost. So this child will never become before you come old. And then the Muslims try to fix it. They say, no, this is not about the hour. This is about those people will die. It says the hour, as-sa'a.
And maybe they're correct because he doesn't say like, okay, it's last hour for all mankind.
It says hatta taqum as-sa'a. Here we go. Already so clear. They try to fix it by their lies. Hatta taqum as-sa'a. Here you go and search right away. Where the word sa'a? The second you say the word sa'a, especially when you say as-sa'a. Taqum as-sa'a. Taqum al-qiyamah. Sa'a is the hour. I mean, you mean when you get more clear? Taqum as-sa'a. Taqum coming from qiyamah. And sa'a is the hour. Very simple. So when a Muslim try to fix it, they make it blind.
So how you can explain that Jesus don't know the hour?
You see, you're changing topic. First of all, when Muslim answer a question, right away he try to divert any topic about Muhammad. So do you agree with me first now that Muhammad, he obviously does not know the hour and he's a liar? And his God is not a God?
No, I just think this report is not, even it says Sahih, doesn't mean it's what actually happened. Because I go by Quran. I don't care about
I just showed you the Quran. It says that, you said to me that the moon splitting will happen in the future, correct?
Yeah, and there's no...
But you Muslims, you have stories in the hadith about the moon split already, and even the Quran says it's in the past tense. It's when shaq al-qamar. In shaq al-qamar, it's the past tense. And the moon split, not will split. The moon is a split. You see it? It's your translation.
Split, I think maybe he's talking about eclipse.
Okay,
and,
so your prophet, you are saying to us now, that your prophet, when you say split, he means the eclipse. So how that is a sign of the hour? Eclipse happen every day. I mean,
my prophet predicts exactly who will die after him in the order...
My friend, this is 200 years, this is 200 hadith written by Muslims, and already we know who died and who is, can you show me that in the Quran? Even Muhammad, he says, I know nothing about the future. Jesus is the only one who knows. So the Quran says.
You just try to twist.
I'm not twisting. This is what the Quran says, my friend. Does the Quran say that Muhammad, he said? I know nothing.
But the Quran says what?
I know nothing of the pleasure of Allah. Does Muhammad say that? In the same time, the Quran says that Jesus seen you, the unseen. He can tell you even what you had in your houses. This is about seeing the unseen.
Jesus was crazy, man, walking around, people, and nobody witnessed his resurrection. Only some.
Okay, so you are saying to me that Jesus, okay. So you are saying to
there's no written person, no person wrote like, no reliable person, no like Romans, nobody wrote like, okay, we put Jesus in crucifix, then 3 days later we saw him. It's only just some women, some unbelievable like his apostle who are already following his crazy cult. And you call Islam cult, but we have much more evidence. Maybe you know what? Maybe Muhammad.
Okay, we'll go with you. Listen. You're jumping from place to place. Let me show you how stupid what you just said. So you said nobody saw Jesus, right, in the cross, correct?
Nobody reliable saw the Jesus.
Okay, is Allah reliable for you?
Allah is, of course, is reliable.
So okay, that's mean you're a foolish man. You just insulted Allah because you said nobody saw there is reliable, and that's mean whatever the Quran says it's a lie. Because the Quran says, read me carefully, chapter 4, verse 157. They crucified him not, which means for sure, but Allah made it appear to them, and the Jews they said we killed him. So how many people witness all the Jews, and what the Jews they say we killed him? Allah he confirmed that what the Jews say is true, but Allah he made it appear to them.
But I said it's about religion, not about who.
You say there's no witnesses. You say there's no somebody trustworthy, but the Quran says the opposite.
In Quran, we don't believe that. We believe Jesus. Maybe they saw Simon. Maybe they saw.
My friend, answer the Quran. Don't answer the question now. Answer the Quran. When the Quran says that you, as a Muslim, you should believe that the one who was on the cross, he appeared to the Jews to be killed. He appeared to the Jews to be killed. You said Simon?
Yeah, maybe it's Simon.
Okay, the version of maybe. When you say to me maybe, you follow the God, Mr. Maybe, or you follow God?
I follow God.
Okay. Follow Allah. Where Allah he says to you that Allah he replaced Jesus by someone else. Can you show me?
No, I cannot show you.
Okay,
but we know that in Quran doesn't have to explain everything.
Just wait. So you Muslims, you believe in fiction stories. So you Muslims, you say God, he cloned someone, making look like Jesus. Where you get the story from? Did your prophet say that?
Many sheikhs believe this. Many sheikhs.
Yeah, many sheikhs. Because they're potato too. Because I'm asking you now, look at this potato cut. I ask you where is the story coming from? You say many sheikhs believe that. So shouldn't the sheikh follow the prophet? Shouldn't the sheikh follow the Quran? So if the Quran never said so, why you Muslims fabricate stories?
There is not one single fabricated story in Quran.
Okay, so you just said to me, you just say, my friend, you just say, we don't have, this story does not exist in our religion, this is a fabrication, then did your God say to you that he replaced someone instead of Jesus?
All he says is they didn't crucify the actual Jesus.
No, actually, he said they crucified him because look what happened. He says the Jews they say we killed him. Allah he says we crucified him not. Who the Messiah? How that happened? He made it appear to them, which means crucifixion happened. It appeared to them. So the Jews they were practicing crucifixion of Jesus.
Yeah, maybe Simon or maybe.
See, now you're trying to fix the stupidity of this verse. You're trying to go by maybe. So this is the original of Mr. Maybe. Maybe. We're talking about Jesus' crucifixion. Was he or was not?
Your whole religion is a maybe, man. Your
How?
whole religion-
No. The Bible confirmed that Jesus was crucified. The Bible confirmed that Jesus was resurrected. The Quran itself says that the Jews, they say we killed him. So the Jews, they confirmed the death. And actually, I just played with the video of Sheikh Imran saying, if we were to there, we will have the same conclusion. What conclusion? That the Messiah was crucified. The video in front of your eyes. If we were there,
deceive whoever. Allah can deceive
you shake. He said, if we were there, we as a Muslim, not me as a Christian,
Exactly. If you and I were there, we would also come to the conclusion.
we are going to get the same conclusion that he died. So the Jews, they get the conclusion of something happening for real. Because this is the true conclusion.
But you highlight it made to appear. Anyway, you can appear.
Listen.
You can appear anything.
No, hold on. The Jews, okay, hold on. Who is the one who made it appear to them?
Allah.
Okay, so did Allah lie to them?
Allah lied to who?
To the Jews, because he made them see it was Jesus.
Just because they're trying to kill.
Okay, so Allah, you know what you just said? Do you know what you just said? I said, did Allah lie to them? He said, yes, because the Jews were trying to kill him. So Allah, in order to save somebody, he had to lie.
He tricked them because he cannot change their heart. It's hardened.
Yeah, but by lying, correct?
Is it by lie? It's not like he got someone to come tell a lie.
It's a lie, because it's a lie. And tell a lie is the biggest lie. This is the biggest lie in history. This is true. Because there's almost 3 billion human beings that believe now that Jesus was crucified. So if this was a lie, and who is the one who caused the lie to happen is Allah. So Allah is the best of the deceivers. It's Satan. Who is the one who made the Christian believe in Jesus' crucifixion? Who is the one behind Jesus was in the cross story? Is it the Christian or Allah? Listen to the story here.
Can you repeat it again? Sorry.
When the Christian, they believe that Jesus was in the cross. And Allah is the one who made Jesus appear to be in the cross. Is it the fault of the Christian to believe in it, or the fault of Allah who made it appear?
It is the result of Allah make it appear because he said Isa.
So your God Allah is the one who deceived. That's not like us. So your God Allah.
Isa was the most righteous.
Who is the one? Let me ask you. Who is the one who will get the benefit of making Jesus or making people believe that Jesus died in the cross? Can you give me? Who is the one who will get the benefit of that? Such a belief. Is that Allah or Shaitan? If somebody believes that Jesus, if somebody believes in Jesus in the cross, that's a question. If people believe that Jesus died in the cross, who is the one going to get the benefit of this story? Allah or Satan?
I don't see how Shaitan is going to benefit. Why are you asking this question?
Okay, so
how Shaitan benefit anything?
okay, I thought Shaitan benefit from lies.
Well, according to you, Shaitan works for Allah, so he do whatever.
It's not according to me. It's not according to me. The Quran says so. Are you against the Quran now?
There is no verse in Quran says, "Oh, Shaitan does."
Okay, let's go and see. Let's go and see. Quran.
I think you're just making
my friend, let's see. People will laugh in a
You're
second.
always telling lies about
Okay,
Islam.
we will see. We will see. Hold on. Come on, take it easy. You know. Okay, listen. Here we go. This is the Quran. Let me put the verse for you.
I'm not even-
Everybody will laugh. Everybody will laugh. Here we go. The Quran says that Shaitan, he was deceived by Allah. Do you agree?
Shaitan deceived by Allah. Yeah, sure.
And he said, sure. He said, guys, did you hear? He said, sure. Okay. So
Why are
Allah,
you not going to deceive Shaitan?
Allah, he
This
deceived
is
Shaitan.
Allah's plan. You cannot try to understand all Allah's plan.
But by deceiving him, he became what? A believer, a good person, or a bad person?
Who Shaitan?
When Allah, he decided to deceive Shaitan, what is the purpose of deceiving him?
I don't know, but Shaitan, we don't care about if Shaitan.
Why you don't care for him? He's your cousin.
Shaitan used to be angel, now he's a jinn. Not
No,
my
this is,
question.
in Islam, you're obviously ignorant. In Islam, Shaitan is not an angel. He's a genie.
He used to be angel.
No,
See, I saw you flip all my
where you
brothers.
get this
You
from?
said, oh, he tried to bow down. But
Where you
why
got
the cat? Why the cat
where you
meow,
got
and then
your
the dog
info?
bark?
Where you got your
But you know,
info?
we understand that he used to be angel, then he...
Okay, listen. Where it says that Shaitan used to be an angel.
Well, it is implied that he did not bow down to Adam, and then when he became banished to earth, he is a jinn. He becomes jinn.
Also, in the heaven, he was angel, and then Allah, he made him a genie when he came to earth.
Yes,
This is like sound like a transgender story. No, this is not true. There's nowhere in the Quran that says that. You're a foolish man.
But Allah can do that. You don't understand what
You're making things
Allah
up. Okay, can you show me the reference? Go ahead, I'm listening.
Show you reference for what?
That Allah, he made him that he was an angel. Can you show me where it says he was an angel? Because he was an angel.
Can you show me reference that you tell everyone, oh, Muhammad, he raped this one, he raped Safiya, he raped everyone.
Sure, I can show you. Sure, I can show you reference. No problem. But why you change the topic? Why you change the topic? I will show you reference. No problem. I will show you
No,
about
my
Safiya.
point is, you know why I don't need to show you reference? Because sometimes you don't have a reference. So why I need to give you a
Change me
reference?
for reference. Go ahead. Make a change.
Show me.
What?
You like to tell everyone on here, you tell lies about Islam and say, Muhammad, he raped many women, and you, okay, I will give you maybe, because we cannot prove Aisha understand what is intercourse at 9-year-old. So maybe, but also that is ancient time, brother. It's like 700, 7th century. So time is a little bit different. But you try to say like, oh, Muhammad, he raped Safiya.
Okay, so do you want me to show you that Muhammad he raped Safiya now? What do you want? I'm not sure what you want.
You do not. I guarantee you can only prove some. You cannot prove it in writing. Nobody's gonna write. Oh yeah, the Muhammad he raped.
So in front of everybody, if I show you the reference and I made you read it yourself, what you would do?
If you show me a reference, what?
About
You're gonna
Muhammad,
show me that
about
I
Muhammad,
use something, you're
about
gonna show me
Muhammad raping,
something
about Muhammad raping Safiya. Not only Muhammad, the Muslim, they raped Safiya too.
Maybe the other Muslim did, but Muhammad he is not gonna.
Okay, then Muhammad. So
Muhammad is
my friend,
racist,
okay, my friend, no
You
problem.
don't understand.
No problem. So
You're a Muslim.
you said, I cannot give you a reference. I want you to give me a promise. If I give you a reference right now, I'll make you read it in front of you on the screen. Are you going to apologize for being a donkey?
Okay, I will apologize, donkey, but I will also take it to, probably I will have to take for more interpretation, maybe Sheikh Uthman or Hamza Ben or something, because...
Okay, I have an offer for you. Why you don't call those you call them Sheikh potatoes? They don't be able to speak to me. Call them right now. Let them join the conversation.
Well, I don't have their phone number. They're a very big person.
They're a very big person. You can see them in the street. They are potatoes. You know, this guy, he sells them tomato sauce. What do you mean big person? Who are they? They're not even high school. What the big person? Who are they? I mean, who are nobody? What do you mean big? What are they big person?
You don't like Sheikh Uthman because...
My friend, I like him very much. Sheikh Uthman is the one who said that Muhammad was a pagan. Don't you know? Here we go. I can play the video for you.
You weren't pagan before.
Okay, so Muhammad was pagan. Okay, so Sheikh Uthman, he admit that Muhammad was pagan for 40 years of his life, correct?
Yes, because he did not know the truth.
So Muhammad was worshipping. So Muhammad, you just said this, and you agree with Sheikh Uthman that Muhammad, he was worshipping idol for 40 years. How do you worship idols?
Actually, there is no reference
He
to
wrote
who
down
he
the name. He wrote down Sheikh Osman. Sheikh Osman, he agreed that Muhammad is not Abrahamic.
Yes,
He doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from Abrahamic faith. The people,
we don't know.
He is not Abrahamic. He does not come from Abrahamic faith. This is what Sheikh Osman said. And this guy's not a Sheikh, he's a coward. So listen what happened now.
He is a Sheikh. He is
Listen
one
what
of the
happened.
Sheikhs.
If Muhammad was not Abrahamic, he become later Abrahamic?
Yes, because
Okay.
Gabriel visited him and then
Thank you. You see,
helped him
people
understand.
laugh at you and will laugh at Sheikh Osman. That means Muhammad is not from Ishmael, because if he become later Abrahamic, Abrahamic means to be from the children of Abraham. So Muhammad, when Muslims like us, what happened to you now? So Muhammad is not Abrahamic. Muhammad is not Abrahamic. So Muhammad is a fraud. He is not from Ishmael, because you just admitted, you agree with Sheikh Osman that he is not Abrahamic and he is not from the Abrahamic faith. So he has nothing to do with Abraham. So he is not from the children of Abraham. So you Muslim, you lie when you claim that you are.
Because how he cannot be? How is that any proof that he is not related to Ishmael? Because you can lose Abrahamic way along the, because how many thousand years ago is Ishmael? Maybe the Bedouin is not, don't have to.
You see, you yourself, you confess now that Muhammad is not from Abraham. So you Muslim, you lie to us, and Muhammad is a liar when he claimed that he is from Abraham and he is from the children.
Genealogy wise, if it's for his gene genetic, he is from Ishmael.
But you just say he is not Abrahamic. You just say, okay, what is gene? Okay,
and then
let me answer.
they change Kaaba to be non-Abrahamic with idols, and that is why Rasulullah went and destroy all of those idols. Because he didn't know, it's not his fault he is born outside of it, and that is why we said everything correct.
Okay, Muhammad, listen to me. I want you to focus with me.
Fine, Michael.
Did the Quran confirm that Ishmael, he went to Mecca?
Yes.
Okay. You agree, right, that Ishmael and Abraham, they were there?
Yes.
So who was the first messenger who was sent to Mecca? Abraham and Ishmael, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Yes.
So how do you explain to me Muhammad saying that before Muhammad there was nobody came to Mecca?
What do you mean? He said
What do
nobody.
you mean? The Quran says that there's nobody came to Mecca before. There's no messenger.
And I cannot remember where it is written that Ishmael came to build
I will show you. No problem. I remember you don't remember. You don't remember, I do. Okay? Here we go. This is your prophet.
My prophet who predicted it.
Chapter.
He predicted all the building in the
Yeah, he predicted. Yeah, we'll see that. People are laughing. So, did anyone came to Mecca before?
I see Arabic, I cannot read it. You're showing Arabic.
Read the chapter 34, verse number 44.
1 second. Okay, I read Yusuf Ali. But we had not given them books which they could study, nor sent messenger to them before the as warners.
So, how Abraham was there and Ishmael, I ask you, everybody my witness, I ask you, was Abraham and Ishmael there? They came to Mecca, you said yes?
Well, they built Kaaba, but they did not have book or scripture to spread to the people.
No,
and also, I don't think
they have books. No, they have books. Here we go. This is your Quran. Says Suhuf Ibrahim and Musa. So Abraham, you have a book. Here we go. Read it. This is your book. You're just trying to backdate your stupid prophet. Chapter 87, verse number 19. The scriptures of Ibrahim and the scriptures of Musa. Suhuf is even pages. It's books. So how Abraham he came to Mecca, and with him is Ishmael. And then the other verse in the Quran says, well, Muhammad, he was the first one sent here, and before you, nobody gave him books or scriptures, or no messengers came to. You see the stupidity?
Maybe they did not come to be messenger, but they came only to construct.
No, the Quran says that Abraham, he said to his people, what are you talking about? Come on, my friend. He spoke, he built the Kaaba, he had his children, he had his children, and he taught his children. So Abraham did not speak to his people. That would be funny. So when the Muslims claim that Muhammad is a prophet, he went to Mecca, and Abraham was there, and he is the one who built the Kaaba, and he's Allah, he sent him, and he gave him books, as you see. And then we find that the Quran says there's no books was given to people of Mecca, and they never have any messenger before Muhammad. Muhammad is the first one. And this is again chapter 87, verse number 19.
whole chapter, because
No problem, read it. Read it. Okay, chapter 87, my friend, chapter 87, verse number 19. And the other chapter here is a chapter 34, verse number 44. Muhammad is a fraud.
44. Let me read. I already read this one. And their predecessors rejected the truth. See? So he was there. The predecessor rejected the truth. They had not received a tenth of what we had granted to those yet.
So what's he? Hold on, this is even more stupid. Because the one before them refused the truth, but he just told them we never given the truth before.
I think you are not interpreting correctly.
My friend, you can open any interpretation you want. Muhammad says here, thought we did not give them any scriptures that they might have to study, nor we did send them any warner before you. Never.
So what does Ibn Kathir say about this?
Ibn Kathir says, so listen now. If I show you Ibn Kathir, are you going to cry and you say I don't accept Ibn Kathir, or you accept Ibn Kathir?
I accept Ibn Kathir, I accept maybe Ibn Abbas interpretation.
Okay, let's listen to this. So the Quran says clearly that we never sent a warner to them before you. Who is the one who can explain that? Is Ibn Kathir. Hold on.
He's saying like Muhammad, he did not send it. It's not like, I didn't send it.
So even this one is confusing to Abdul. Even this one he can't explain. Even this one Ibn Kathir. Why Ibn Kathir? You have extra information?
Ibn Kathir is good source of information.
Is Ibn Kathir the same person who says that the sperm is coming from the ribs of the women? You accept him now?
He didn't say ribs of the women.
He said that, and he agreed with the Quran. The Quran says,
and if you look at, testicle is in front of the backbone. You're just going.
The testicles are in the front of the backbone. When the last time you looked at your testicle, my friend? Do you have any?
Of course, I have.
My friend, you Muslims, your anus, your backbone extends beyond your anus. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You have your anus, the end of the backbone is your anus. Hello, there's a hole there. Abdul, listen carefully. And then the testicles are in the front.
Yes, in the front.
Okay, so now, we will go there and we will laugh. Actually, do you want to show you right now about the Ibn Kathir? You will die laughing, you will say I don't accept him. You want to show you?
I will accept Ibn Kathir. Why you always say, oh, you want to accept, you want to accept?
Let us make an experiment. Here we go. This is Ibn Kathir. I will put it for you on the screen. In 2 seconds, you will say, I don't accept Ibn Kathir, this is not true. Just wait, here we go. This is Ibn Kathir. Read for me, I'll wait for you on screen, and you know, people will die.
Why you never call the sheikh? Why you never
Give
call
me the number, give me the Skype to call them. Here we go. Just name the sheikh for me. Tell me he's going to call you and talk to you. I will call him right now. That's just
Give me
this guy. Okay, give me this guy. Stop crying. How am I going to call him? My friend, stop crying. Bring
You pick on people not studying like
this. My friend, he's the one.
Stop.
He ran away. I called him 2 seconds. He hung up on me in less than 5 minutes. Go watch it. It's in YouTube. The cow, he ran away. Why
you not do it now? It's like
I can do it anytime. You know, he hung up on me. The cow, he doesn't let me talk.
That was one time. How come you're not trying?
My Skype is open. Listen. You were able to call me so easy, correct? So why they cannot? Give me this Skype. Read with me. Ibn Kathir says, meaning the backbone of the man and the rest of the women, which is referring to her chest. You said it's not true. And this is Ibn Kathir. You said you accept Ibn Kathir. According to Ibn Kathir, women, they have a sperm, sexual fluid, coming from the location of the necklace, actually, not only the chest. And you said you accept whatever Ibn Kathir said. Read it. You accept now?
Hold on, your screen not showing. It says, meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the woman, which is referring to her chest. Shabib bin Bishr reported from Ikrimah, who narrated from Ibn Abbas that he said, proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs. What he's talking about? Maybe he's talking about sexual fluid that is from breast, right? That is milk.
Yeah, talking about intercourse. When you Muslims, when you have sex with your wife are different from the rest of mankind. Your wife, only Muslim wives, they have sexual fluid coming from their chest. Is that true?
And what year?
According to Muslims, only Muslim women, they have breast testicles. Your wife, are you married? Your wife, she have breast testicles. She doesn't have boobs. She have breast testicles. Read it. It says clearly, the backbone of the man and the rest of the women, between bracket, a fluid. The women have the fluid of the women is yellow, fine in texture. The child will not be born except from both of them, i.e., their sexual fluid. So what makes the child? There's a sexual fluid come from the women's ribs, and there's sexual fluid come from the backbone of the man. And
where does this narration come from? Who are they quoting in the narration?
You said Ibn Kathir, you said Ibn Kathir, you said to me you will accept Ibn Kathir. I said to you, you will not accept Ibn Kathir in 2 seconds. You say, why are you saying that? I will accept Ibn Kathir. So now you're questioning where he gets from.
I'm not saying I don't accept. I just want to understand.
Okay, so do you accept that your God Allah, He is saying the truth, that sperm of the man can become the backbone? There's no testicles. May Allah bless your testicles. And women,
no, I think Rasulullah maybe said that, but not Allah.
It's not in the Quran. You're the one who said to me, I accept Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir is explained the Quran.
Which Quran verse this one is?
Which Quran verse? يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. This is chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7.
Okay, let me check my actual website. Which one? Chapter 86?
86, verse number 6 and 7. You can read the whole chapter. The whole chapter is 3 verses. It's very funny.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, he was created from a fluid, emerging from between the backbone and the ribs. Who is talking about here?
He's talking about breast testicles. So you Muslim females, I'm not trying to make fun, by the way, but this is what Quran is saying. So Muslim women, they are the only one, their boobs are not boobs, they are testicles. They are round, yes. They have nipple, yes. But the reality is, according to the Quran, those are not boobs, those are testicles. So you Mohammedan, you are married to men. You're not married to women. They don't have boobs. Christian women, they have breast. Muslim women, they don't.
I saw, actually, I'm looking at the diagram right now. Semen vesicle is between backbone and the ribs. Testicle is lower, but seminal vesicle.
My friend is talking about two individuals, not one person. One is the man and one is the women. I remember you are the one who said to me, why you are saying I want to accept Ibn Kathir? Why you are saying that this is Ibn Kathir? It's your sheikh, the one you like. Just give him a call, he answer. The only religion who tell the truth about women is Islam. I told many people, don't get married. Those women are men. They have breast testicles. You know, you will see a guy like he is excited. He will take his wife to the bedroom, and now she's taking off her bra. Like that. What the heck? Those are testicles, you idiot. They are not breast.
They were created from a spurting fluid stemming from between the backbone and the rib. I know what, I'm going to open my Quran because you showed website. I'm going to look. Give me 1 second. And what's your point? Okay, so maybe.
What's my point? I told that the conversation, and now you did not get my point. Your prophet is a liar. This is Quran. This is Allah speaking. Who is the God who will believe that women, they have breast testicles and their sexual fluid coming from their nipples? Do Muslim women have orgasm from their nipples?
Why you say this? So what's your point? Like, what's your point?
You know Abdul, when he is dizzy, he just say a word from his mouth just to say anything. What's your point? I just told you. You just gave me that question again and again. What's your point? I like to repeat. You're a stupid God. He can't be God because he thinks that women, they have sexual fluid coming from their ribs. This is stupid. How God he say that? What kind of God he say that? Even Shushumu God did not say that. I mean, the Shish Kebabs did not say that. Even Mr. Donkey did not say that. I mean, how stupid this God is. He's right. Now, Muhammad suddenly became professor in physiology and biology. And Allah is the one who taught him. And then we look, this is stupid. This is very
Let me read whole Surah 86. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, by the sky and the night visitant therein. And what will explain to you what the night visitant is? It is a star of piercing brightness. There is no soul but has protected over it. So he's talking about star. He's talking about night visitant.
Well, this is how stupid your prophet is. I mean, what the stars have to do with the nipples now? Your prophet is disconnected man. He is suffering from the flight of thought. So what the stars have to do with the nipples and testicles?
Listen, let me read, okay? Can you let me
read? I'm asking you a question. Okay, but
what
is the connection? What is the connection, my friend? What is the connection between stars and testicles?
He is talking about star piercing brightness.
So what does have to do with the topic after it? Why you start talking about testicles?
Now let man but think from what he is created. He is created from a drop emitted, proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs. Surely Allah is able to bring him back to life. The day that all hidden things shall be made manifest, man will have no power and no helper. By the firmament which returns in its round, and by the earth which opens out for the gushing of springs or the sprouting of vegetation. Behold, this is the world that distinguishes good from evil. It is not a thing for amusement. As for them, they are but plotting a scheme, and I am planning a scheme. Therefore, grant a delay to the unbelievers. Give respite to them gently. So this is unambiguous. This is ambiguous verse. You understand that?
Ambiguous.
You don't know that Allah put.
So how is ambiguous? How it is ambiguous? And Ibn Kathir is giving it interpretation.
It says here, you don't need interpretation. It's in the. He's not
interpreting the word. Why you are laughing when I say to you, I accept Ibn Kathir? You forgot?
I accept Ibn Kathir.
Okay, so then accept Ibn Kathir and stop playing games, my friend. Okay.
Because this is an ambiguous verse.
It's not ambiguous because you have explanation for it. How it's ambiguous, Mr. Ambiguous, and you give it interpretation. I mean, what's wrong with us, Mohammedan?
Why you call us Mohammedan?
Because you're a Mohammedan. If you're Muhammad, you for Allah.
You believe in baby who gets his diaper changed.
Okay, it's you who believe in a baby who have no diaper according to the Quran. Jesus in the cradle, he speaks as adult mature. So you're accusing your God Allah of being a liar. Muhammad, he was 40 years as a pagan, as Sheikh Uthman Potato said, the tomato sauce guy, and you agreed. So Jesus, he never was and never be.
Okay, I need to research this. I will apologize. I don't have adequate explanation for it.
Okay, but I made a condition for you. I said if I show you, you will agree that you're a donkey. And you promised. And you
I
made
have to be donkey. Fine, but you're okay. I will.
So, no, I want to hear it.
donkey too.
I want to hear it. Say, you made a promise that you will say you are a donkey if I show you, and now it's time for you to say that you are a donkey. Please, keep your promise. You're a man. Respect yourself.
Okay, I'm donkey until I can get further.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Donkey, for calling me. Let your Mr. Mule, Mr. Osman, call me. Okay. We will wait, we will wait. Most of them they complain, why this guy don't talk? Let him talk to me. Let your mule, you're a donkey, he's a mule. Let's see if he can do better. Is it my fault? You, Sheikh, are best of the mules. You're a donkey. It doesn't change anything. Still the same family. You know, this religion is weird. Stupid. Who's next? But he is, you know, I respect on him that he keeps his promise. The rest of the Muslims, they don't. I mean, this guy here, you know, he keeps his promise. That's good. This is real. They don't do that usually. Do we have any Mohammedan want to say anything? It's a very stupid cult, very stupid religion. Who in the world believe in such a garbage? And this is the God you want to convince me to believe in? The penis God, the vagina God, the breast God. You know, and you know now, do you understand why I'm still single? I'm not going to marry a woman, take her to the bedroom, take off her clothes, and then what the heck? She have 2 testicles. I'm terrified. I'm literally terrified. Because I believe Allah tells the truth. And Muhammad, he confirmed where the sexual fluid coming from, and he confirmed that it is fine, and the women's sexual fluid, it's fine in yellow. And if you ask any doctors, they will say to you, if a woman she have such a yellow, that means she have a sexual infection. Why it is yellow? I don't care who want to call me. Text me if you are a Muslim, or if you are not, don't text me. I'll block you. Anyone? All those who call them Sheikh, they avoid speaking to me. They are tomato sauce. They bleed from nobody touching them. Any Mohammedan? You know, there's things Muhammad, he said, we cannot deny it, it's true. As an example, Shaitan, he fought a lot when he heard the Muslims say Allahu Akbar. I mean, me myself, I understand. It must be true. Because this is how it makes sense, the word of the Quran. See, some people, they are burning the Quran, I don't know why. Fart at it. Don't burn it. By the way, be careful. Fart is a flammable. Look what Muhammad said. This is the prophet of God. The expert of farting. Prophet, he said, Abu Hurairah, the father of the cat, he said, eyedHouris boys already refuted the backbone. No, they did not. I get them. But go watch my videos. The guy in the eyedHouris stupid channel, a bunch of kids, he said that the word backbone obviously means his penis. The backbone is a bone. Go check that. He said if we look at the dictionary, for the word backbone, it's mean the penis, the main member. Go away. It's just a bunch of kids. They can say whatever they want. Anyway, they refuted it already. So Ibn Kathir did not speak Arabic, and those guys in YouTube, they know Arabic better than Ibn Kathir. So the backbone become a penis. Why? The Muslim penis is made of bones. Is that the discovery? This is why the wife of Muhammad, she called his penis ponytail. What the heck with this religion? They come to us with stories. You don't know from where. Read carefully. Muhammad said, when Shaitan hear the call to prayer, he turned his back. Look at the Shaitan. Not only he want to fart, he have to turn his back at Allah. Like, what the heck? And he break wind. That's deep. That's really deep. But this guy is asking me again, why you did not show me? You know, this guy is asking for more.
Howard, why you hang up on your call?
Because we are done, I thought, but now you're asking me.
You didn't give more proof because you said, okay, fine, you know what, I admit I'm a man. I admit, okay, I cannot explain this 86. But you say, I saw in the Bible.
No, hold on. You just send me a text. You just send me a text saying you did not show me that Muhammad raped Safiya.
That's correct. You run away like
okay, so
like a donkey yourself.
let us take another promise from you. If I show you now that Muhammad raped Safiya, are you going to say, I don't want to say that you are a donkey. Are you going to say to me that Sheikh Uthman is a donkey?
Well, I'm not, I don't know him personally.
No problem, but you're learning from him.
Well, that's because, you know, he had 3 people come, David Wood,
they did not debate. They are talking about philosophy and stupid things. A bunch of kids, all of them. I'm asking you now. If I show you that you're a prophet, he did rape Safiya, with clear evidence, are you willing to call the one who is your favorite a donkey?
Actually, he's not my favorite.
Who's your favorite?
Which one you want?
Who's your favorite?
Well, I watched the Hamza's Den, and he...
Hamza, the guy who sell burqa?
Yeah, the guy he sell hijab, but you know, it's okay for a guy to sell hijab for his deeds.
No, it's not okay. No, it's not okay. This is not Islamic, because a man should not be the man who sell to women. Especially women, they are coming to buy hijab. You know, those
what do you mean you cannot sell to women?
No, you cannot. You cannot. Do you remember the story? Do you remember the story of the man with Tamar?
No, enlighten me.
The man with Tamar, a woman, she came to him to the store. He said to her, get inside the store so I can show you better stuff. She went inside, he started touching her vagina and her breast. And then he went to the prophet, he said, I did with this woman everything the man he do with the women, except sexual intercourse. The prophet, he said, it's okay.
Prophet said it's okay?
Yeah, he said, Allah, he forgive all sin except a lemon. This is a lemon.
I don't know this. I just know that Hamza, he destroyed one of your disciples. He called the Hamza's Den, and he said, oh, how Hamza asked him, what is the reward for rape in the Bible? It's to marry, you get to marry the girl you rape. So actually your whole religion...
Okay, hold on. Okay. If I show you that all Muslim countries, hold on, just to show you how stupid this Hamza is. First of all, it is not a reward for the person who raped a woman to marry her. That's a lie. This guy's a potato.
Oh, that is
Let him call
100%.
me and I will get him busted. Secondly, what if I show you right now? What if I show you right now that you Muslims in all Islamic countries they practice forcing the man who raped a woman to marry her? You challenge me?
Forcing the man who raped a woman
Who raped a woman to marry her? Islamic countries, not Christian countries.
You lied already about rape. You say
Okay,
only
hold on. Here we go. Let me show you on the screen. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Hold on. We'll go one by one. One by one. We don't say things one by one.
And you cowards, you don't show nothing.
Okay, let's see. I will show it. Here we go.
You won't admit that
All right.
You don't call
All right. Read for me. This is your religion and this is your Sharia law. Outrage after Sharia law the court ordered the rapist to marry 13-year-old victim. Read it.
Is it on the screen?
Yes. This is Sharia law. This is not any law. This is according to Islam.
Sharia law from your fake, you have fake degree in Sharia law, the fake one?
Well, if I have a fake degree, how come I'm busting all the Muslims then? Here we go. It's in front of you. This is the Sharia law. This is the Sharia law in Malaysian country. It's an Islamic country run by Sharia law that a person who raped a child, she is 13 years old, they order him to marry her. This is according to what? This is according to Islam.
One case in 2013. You're going to bring one case from some
No, not one case. I just searched in Google. All Islamic countries practice the potato. Okay, let me show you more. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, we name the rapist in Arab countries. Hold on. Here we go. All Arab countries, they order that. Here we go. This is your Islamic website. Okay. And this is a Muslim woman. She is making the article. Read me. This is a Muslim. This says a Muslim women making the article. Marrying your rapist law changing in Arab countries, reforming culture or explore others. All Islamic countries, they practice forcing the marriage into rapist. This is not in the Bible, you liar. In the Bible says, if a man he lay with a woman and she did not scream, ask him for help. That man and that woman, they are not married, he have to marry her. And not only that.
Yeah, that's
Listen, potato. Now, let me ask you. See, so the Bible gives details about rape and the punishment. There's a death penalty there. What is the punishment of rape in the Quran? 0.
What you showing me?
I'm showing you your article. This is Muslim article made by Muslims. Muslim countries, they practice marrying the rapist to the victim. I can show you tons of those. Until now, Yemen,
And why
Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria, Syria, Iraq, Egypt, you name it. All of them, they practice the same thing. The rapist, he marry the one who he raped. So when you're Hamza, he says something, we laugh at him because he's a potato, he's a donkey. He does not know what religion he belongs to. And now let me ask you in front of everybody, if there's a single verse in the Quran against rape.
I don't think rape is really mentioned in Quran.
Okay, are you saying to me your God is stupid Allah? You have time to tell us about...
Have respect.
Hold on, I don't respect Islam and you know that. You don't call me if you ask me for respect.
I don't respect yours.
Okay, don't respect me, no problem. Here we go. Listen. Here we go. This is the rapist Muslims. This is the rapist Muslims, and I will show you from the Quran. It's allowed even to force people into rape. Let me show you. From the Quran, hold on. And not only you don't marry them. I wish you marry them here. Here you force them to rape to make money from them. Let us read together. Read and laugh. Is that your Quran or this is my book? Remember, you call yourself already a donkey, son. If I call you a donkey, don't be upset. I mean, already you deserve a title. This is the chapter 24, verse number 33. Is it true, it says, that you can force your daughters into prostitution and Allah is all merciful? There's no penalty.
What is the verse?
Chapter 24, verse number 33. When you force them into prostitution, this is rape. Because it says you force them. Force them not. And if you force them...
Those who cannot afford to marry keep themselves chaste until Allah enriches them out of his donkey. Okay.
What translation would you like me to show you? What is your favorite translation?
Put it on the screen.
What translation you like? Because you might make an excuse, say I don't like this translation.
No, I'm not making excuse. I never made one excuse.
Okay, read.
Those who cannot afford the marriage should be continent. They should be content.
You can read here. Don't waste my time. And force not your maids into prostitution. If they desire chastity, in order that you make money, gain, from it. And then, but if any of you compels them, which means force them into prostitution, and after such a thing, Allah is all merciful. Here we go, Muslim men, they are forcing their maids and their servants and their slaves into prostitution. If there is any penalty, no. Those women are forced into rape. You throw the women into a house or a room of a custom. Yes, but there's no penalty. Force them not. And if you force them, Allah is all merciful.
If they desire chastity.
There's a video made by the guy, his name is Fifi and he's a friend. You can find it in Suku Film. And the title is, Hold on. They say, it looked like Allah gave us a license for prostitution. Read it, watch it. It's in Suku Film, it's a for you. So they agree, I don't play it because it's not worth it. There are a bunch of kids. So it looked like Allah gave us permission to do prostitution. Not only that, here we find that He gave you a proof.
He will forgive.
Listen.
What forgive mean? It means you did something wrong and you forgive. It's not
the penalty. I mean, the women they are raped. The Muslims are forcing them to be raped. Those are women that don't want to do it. What kind of religion? What kind of
and I have sex. Am I being raped or I'm doing voluntarily?
She is a slave voluntarily. He forced her, says, and if you force her, Allah is all merciful, forgiving. You force her. Shouldn't you punish the one who forced her? And not only that, now He's giving them a license. If she agree, it's okay. If she don't agree, Allah is more merciful. In either way, it's okay.
And it's only if they cannot afford a wedding dowry.
So you are saying to me that you Muslims, if you cannot afford a wedding, you can go to a sex slave, you force her into sex, you take her to bed, you rape her, and you pay the honor money. This is Islam.
Only if you cannot afford the dowry.
Exactly. If you cannot afford the dowry, Muslims, look how decent they complain about the Bible, making the man who slept with the women marry her, but they don't complain about opening a pimp house by the name of Allah and put Allah in the top, and the Muslim they have a license to open a pimp house as long as the girl she agree, it's okay. It's so in England, it's run by Muslims. It's so in Turkey, the pimp house of Turkey is all over. And what is the execute? The verse in the Quran says we can open a pimp house as long, it says here, if they agree. Force them not. But if you force them, it's okay too. There's no penalty.
So what do you want from me? To say,
I want you call him Hamza is my joke. We laugh at those people, don't you see?
If you ever called Hamza, he would...
Give me his Skype, I will call him right now.
Right
I
now.
will find Skype in a couple of days.
No, you can
But
find it
I'm
now.
not
Nothing about it because he will never give you Skype. I want you to text him in the
But
chat.
I'm not, and I don't have.
Don't tell him the reason. Don't tell him the reason. Promise me. Don't tell him the reason. Tell him I want to text you, brother. Is that fair, guys? And you give me Skype immediately, and I will call him now.
I will try. I don't have.
Okay, go and get it. I'm waiting for you. Go. Why I will try? Is it impossible? So you listen to them, but you cannot ask them for your Skype? What the heck is this religion? They are brave. They don't dare. They are very much intimidated. They knew their size. They knew they are talking to who? They would talk to anyone else. How come they are willing to talk to anybody except me? They would all kind of excuses in order to avoid talking to me. Can you believe? What a coward called. What a coward called. Potatoes. And they say to you, why you say potatoes? What do you think I would say potatoes for? Ah, okay, hold on. He's asking for the rape of Safiya now. Hold on. Let's go back to Safiya. Now, I don't want to waste your time and my time. You said to me you want to see the reference for the rape of Safiya, correct?
I want to see it.
All right.
Sahih reference.
All right, I will show it to you from Sahih reference. Here we go.
You cannot give it. You don't have.
This is the book of Asir Nabawiyah, Ibn Hisham. Volume number 2, page number 340. You're a prophet, he raped Safiya, and he have a guard in his tent. After he killed her people, he took her to a tent, and right away he started raping her. And a Muslim guy, he stand next to the tent.
No.
Okay, hold on, let me show you. You don't know English, I know. I will use English translation. Here we go, English translation. Read potato. It's in front of you. Muhammad, he took the women, he took her to his tent. The man, he was guarding Allah Messenger in the tent. Who is in the tent? Muhammad and Safiya. Why she's there? Listen, why she's there? He just killed her family 10 minutes ago.
Yes, because they attacked the Muslim first.
Okay, hold on. You said to me you want me to prove to you that he raped Safiya, didn't you?
Yes, it's not proof.
Okay, that's right. She's in his tent. He took her to his tent. And then, look, we have a guy. He was guarding the tent. Muhammad, he came back. He spent the night at his, in outside. This is Google translation. Out the tent. And then when Muhammad finished raping Safiya, he went out and he said to him, he was wearing his sword. He's ready to kill. He said to him, why you are here? How are you? He said, well, I feared for you from this woman. She was a woman who you had killed her father, her husband, and her people. And she is an infidel. She was what? Infidel. You killed her.
So when does it say he raped her? That doesn't say he raped her.
I feared from this woman she will kill him. Obviously, he's raping her. Well, otherwise, why would fear? A woman, listen, if somebody killed you and killed your father and then took your sister, I'm not trying to insult you, just give me an example. Do you think your sister would be happy to sleep with that man, or she will try to kill that guy?
Well, we believe that she became like a mother of believers.
So you said to me, I challenge you to show me the reference. Now the reference in front of you, you're a prophet, he raped her without her agreeing. Did she say you can take me? Did she say you can kill my parents? Did she say you can have sex with me? The filthy guy did not even wait for the second day.
It does not say that.
It says that. Read the whole story. It says here the whole story. Later, he took her home, and later he made her his wife. But he killed her parents, he killed her brother, he killed her husband.
Because it's a battle.
Just shut up. What battle, man? You Muslims, you drink a lot of bottles yourself. Bottles of urine. Disgusting man. In the Old Testament, when they capture a woman slave from war, they shave her hair for 6 months. So no man will have a desire to her. And if the man, he want to sleep with the woman, he have to marry her. Not to sleep with her. He have to marry her. She have to be his wife. Potato, disgusting cult. So look what we discover. They have a license to be pimps. They have a license to force women into prostitution. And that they have a 0 verse in the Quran about rape. 0. This guy, he have no time to tell us, to make a verse about rape, but he have time to tell us about Sulaiman. He was walking in the valley. He heard one of the ants. She said to the other ants, please hide. Sulaiman will crush you. And Mohammedan, stop telling me why you don't talk to this guy and that guy. My Skype is open. All of you can talk to me. Isn't it obvious that your potato Abdul, they all scared, terrified to talk to me? So you blame me? Give me the Skype, I will call them. What do you want me to do? Safiya cannot control what the man and her family do. Who care about it? Guys, Safiya is a girl. She is a Jew. Obviously, her belief is a Jew. You kill her people, and then you take her to your tent after 5 minutes. And now Safiya, she don't care for those things. She loves Muhammad. She's in love with Muhammad. She's just a bride. She just get married, actually. She is a fresh bride. And yeah, she converted to Islam willingly. Well, she's a slave now. She's raped already. Converted to Islam willingly. Do we have any Mohammedan? Who is a Mohammedan would like to give us a call? Give it a try. Muhammad Nasif, my friend. You agreed to call yourself a donkey. I'm so proud of you. And now I want you to go and get the Skype of those ones who claim that they can refute us. If they refuse to give you their Skype, obviously they are a bunch of potatoes. I'm giving my Skype to everybody, including you have it. If they refuse to give their Skype to Christian Prince so that you can call them, it's obvious that they knew their size. They knew how small they are. They knew that they are no match. And they knew that they have a false religion. Because even if Christian Prince is so strong and you are so weak, but if Allah is God and He is with you, He will win. Don't you? Any Mohammedan? Christians, did we have a good time learning about the cult of this religion? The stupidity of this cult? Before you, they try to make it sound like a religion. Islam is not a religion. Islam is a collection of other religions. Muhammad is a person who hijacked all kinds of religion around him. The Kaaba from the Arab, the Black Stone from the Arab, and from the Hindus, and all garbage he collect around him. Some from the Christians, some from the Jews, some from the Hindus, some from the Sabian, some from everybody. This is a religion of three some. The three some prophet. So he can confuse you. In one hand, he claimed that he is Abrahamic. In the second hand, he don't believe in Abrahamic teaching. You have a God, his name is Allah. And this God is not a spirit.
But the God of Abraham, he says right away, God and his spirit. The God of Abraham, he came to Abraham as a man. The Muslim didn't believe that God of Abraham came as a man. He is a hijacker, fraud, liar. He used names which you approve so he can fool you. It's like a scam person. He comes to your door wearing the uniform of the cable company. You have an ID from the cable company, so you open the door for him and you say, oh, okay, my modem is in the bedroom. You go to the bedroom, he take all your jewels and he run away. Thinking that you open the door to who? To a cable guy. Muhammad is the cable guy, but he is the scam one. His cable is not connected except to his penis. But isn't it obvious that this religion, claiming that if you believe in me, I will give you endless penis, a lot of sex, slave for sex? What kind of God is God? This is not God. Only mentally ill people accept such a reward, because the reward is based on abusing others. Where is justice? Even the heaven is based on abuse. You know, we are struggling against abuse. A human being, he abused other human being. Male, he abused the female. Sometimes females, they abuse the male, actually. Especially in the Middle East. Man, oh man, they beat the hell out of them. But Islam approves abuse. It's based on abuse. If you ask the Muslim, the 80,000 little boys who Allah, he promised you in the heaven of Allah, isn't this is a child abuse? What kind of a person he agree to have little boys to serve him? Is that fair? Boys are created just to be slaves for eternity. Abuse. Even their heaven is based on abuse. Women, they are jailed in their tents, in their bedrooms, just to F them, excuse my language. Abuse. The reward, the heaven of Allah is the heaven of abuse. By the way, you can make this part of the video by itself. You name it, the religion of abuse. Because the video is long, cut to pieces. Each topic. If you ask yourself, why does God even create women, and why do we be jailed? قاصرات الطرف. What قاصرات الطرف mean? They are going to be jailed, restrained. Where? In their tents. الخيام. What do you mean? Tent. And by the way, because God is a Bedouin God, you think even heaven have tents, literally. Chapter 55, verse number 72. The Houris, the beautiful fair females, restrained in their tents. Even in heaven, the Muslims are worried that the wife, she will go out and she will sleep with the neighbor. Do you see the sick mentality? They don't trust their women. You see the burqa and the women walking behind you, and the women, she can't walk alone in the street. All of this is based on one thing. There's no trust. But there's no marriage. She's a property. He have her. He need to control her until he sell her out again, or divorce her, or she die. So he jail her, he restrain her, he put her. All of this is a form of restraining. Inside the burqa, inside the house, inside the doors, behind the windows. And even in heaven, women are restrained. Why? Because Muslim men, they are not self-confident. His wife, she will sleep around if she see another guy. Immediately. Abdul, wife, she go out, right away she will find another guy. Like Aisha and Safwan, they fell in love. Aisha, she made an excuse, said she lost her necklace. Have you ever heard of a woman? She leave the whole army looking for a necklace, and she take nobody with her, and she is the wife of the prophet, which means this is the king. Isn't it obvious that she is going to sleep with somebody, and she stayed overnight away? A teenage girl, she left the camp. She spent the night out. 3 witnesses, they saw her sleeping with Safwan. Muhammad, he required 4 witnesses. And why she left? To look for her necklace. By the way, did she find it? It's missing until now. Anyway, I hope today we have a good time. And the purpose of our videos is very much about education. And our education is for free for you guys. So you may enjoy and you may learn. Remember one thing. That those videos, I don't know for how long they will be online, but one time I will go. I mean, everybody will go, right? We will die. We're trying our best to teach you, so you teach your children, so the Mohammedan, they will not fool them. So do yourself a favor, not to me. You're not doing me a favor. I don't care if you learn or not. It's your business. I do my part. Do yourself a favor. Take notes. Take notes, so time will come. And somebody will try to argue with you about Islam. Then you will not go and search, oh, what's Christian Prince? Where we can find this reference? Where he said that? Where it is? Take notes. Make folders. Folder about women. Folder about rape. Folder about adultery. Folder about forgiveness. Whatever you want. So when you need them, you'll find them. Even if Christian Prince disappear from this earth. Well, time will come, and I will go. You'll ask who for reference? I'm not sure who. I hope the Lord, he will send better people than me to do the job. And look what Muhammad Nasif, he says to me. I got you busted. The rape is allowed in Christianity and they have to marry a rapist. That is false. And I got you busted. It is you who married the rapist. When a man, he lay down with the women, and the woman shouldn't scream, obviously she is not raped. Because if she is being raped, she will ask for help. Secondly, if a woman, she will marry a rapist, she have to agree. And the man, he cannot divorce her. In the top of that, a Muslim man, he raped a Muslim woman in the time of Umar al-Khattab. She was dying in the desert. She said to him, please give me some food, I'm dying. He said, I will sleep with you if you take off your panty. I mean, why this guy, he keep calling me? And he is not a Muslim. Do people have a brain? Here we go, I blocked you. So she said, she came to the caliphate. She said, this guy, he raped me. He forced me to sleep with him in order to, because I was hungry, dying in the desert. So Umar, he said, this is your story. Imagine, the Muslim charity does not exist in Islam. The man, he will not give her food in the desert or water. She's dying. Unless she open her legs. And the caliphate, he took the side of the man, claiming that this is not a rape. But the woman, she's dying. Which means he will kill her if he leave her without food and water. He will not give her water, neither food, unless she take off her clothes and sleep with him. Religion of the rape. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys take reference, learn, educate yourself, and don't forget to join us in our Patreon. That means sometimes they post them, sometimes they don't. You can join us there so you can get notified when we go live on air, because YouTube usually don't give notification. Until we see you again, remember, every Friday, every Sunday, 10:30 a.m. This is a fixed date. We go live. However, during the week, I will go, if I go mostly in the same time, in the morning, mostly, but it might be a different time, but this is not a fixed date. Only Friday and Sunday, it's a fixed date. So every Friday, every Sunday, you can invite your friends, and you can invite Muslim sheikhs to call me, because this is for sure will be a day that will be live on air. Thank you. God bless you. Until we see you again, Christ is Lord. Islam is a fraud. Islam without lies dies. And we prove it every day. Take care.
I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran has mentioned that this book was from other than God. We have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant. I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative as wholesome.
It tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their
I
ears.
really do think Jesus was crucified, and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was the Son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future King of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.